Welcome everybody, my name is Don Mega. Sorry about that black screen, just getting myself in order. My name is Don Mega, as I said. Next to me is Byza, and we are watching some knifing, but we are watching the Sound Blaster X, and that is, they are the sponsors of this open ladder. Once again, we are using the ELO ranking system, watching No Practice Only Dreams versus Qlimax Byza. Let's go through some of the factoids about this ladder now. 37 is what No Practice Only Dreams go up, because they're about 28th on the ladder. Qlimax only go up 26, so they do go up in the ELO ranking system, even though they're second on the ladder and they're defeating a team that's below them. All right, so that's not that much. Normally you go up about 32 for a win, but they're going up 26 because obviously they're a lot higher ELO ranking. The finals for this are a one-day competition that's being held on the 13th of December. The prize, the big prize, and if I can pull it up on the screen there, this is what everybody's playing for: $1,150 worth of gear buys. That is a lot.
Yeah, it's that is an awesome amount of gear, and I'm excited. I wish I could claim that. You know what? They should give the good goddamn Shoutcasters gear for doing their bloody comp for them. You know, like, come on. Oh, anyways, no, I'm excited for it. Qlimax and No Practice Only Dreams. This is going to be a really good match tonight. DE caches our map, and we are in the first round on Mega. Before we touch, is there anything else we want to go through before the action?
No, I'm pretty set. We're watching Gratisfaction right at the moment. We will go through the teams after this round very quickly. Bang, flash, get a headshot on Ericksonia. Very nice from him. The B bomb site is where all the action's happening. Obviously, Broken is the one that you can see at the moment, putting the bomb down. Steven watching that. He's got a friend there with Cynic. Watching that little checkers alley. Well, what do I call that again, Brian? Oh! Very nice couple of headshots from... I'm trying to remember what the thing
I call it heaven.
Okay, well. Steven popping out, getting the 1-2 on Stige and INS, which is very nice. Gratisfaction is the last one left on the bomb side, having a little bit of a tickle. He's trying to bait these players out.
He's not going to get that.
No, he's not, is he? These players, I mean, he did a good job of defending the bomb. These players have absolutely no idea. So, absolutely no chance. So, just running through the teams very, very quickly. Gratisfaction, Urcast, Alstar, Stige, and INS from the No Practice Only Dreams boys. If you could give us those.
Steven, Broken, Benjamin, Zonya, and Synced Mega.
Yeah, that's right. And some of those players on the No Practice Only Dreams team we are familiar with in Call of Duty 4, but some of these Qlimax boys have been together for a very long time, boys. I mean, they have gone... Oh! Wow, Sync, did you just see what he did?
Yeah, I just saw what he did. That is a 1B shot. Come around the corner, no tomorrow, while two CT players are holding the highway. This is an A bomb plant pushing in, and it looks like Elkstar will go down. Alex is sitting in the back. Steven will chase him down. That is a quick round. No Practice taking out the second. And I wanted to touch on No Practice Dreams, just the first strat in the anti-ecos. Yeah. They faked out flash and a smoke the A main to the A site, and then rushed 4 into the B bomb site, causing the rotation, and obviously got into the site with no contention. Is this the way we're going to see No Practice Only Dreams? And watching lately, we've seen a lot of TE-sided strats work really well in this Cybergamer Sound Blaster Cup at the moment.
Yeah, so this is going to be something that I think No Practice Only Dreams are going to employ. There's these very hard sort of rushes. You can see Benjamin taking down INS in the mid. Getting that mid control is going to be very beneficial for them with the switch between the A and the B bomb sites. Have got Broken pushing onto B. He's seen a player in the headshot box. A little touch. Is he going to jump down? He does.
Oh, he's 1 HP.
Ooh, I mean, this is very ballsy from him, jumping out and trying to shoot those players with his secondary. Stage has gone down in the mid there as well. Trying to retake some of this mid control is not going to be too easy for these QMX boys. Gratisfaction's gone down over to the A side. Broken is going to push into the B. He's going to get the Aircast. He's going to finish off the Aircast, I should say, and get the Alistair. That is the first 3 rounds for these eco rounds. Who I think this will be a Qlimax round, just because of the way this seems to go, with the Qlimax being able to buy up. Interesting to note though, guys, they've got all silenced except for Alistair, who likes to be a little bit different.
Yeah, a little bit different. I think he will be the players spamming out the certain sections so he'll be the front runner as they boost the glitch. 2 of them on top. This looks like it'll be a middle takeout as Gratification picks up the first. Alcastar gets one on the Steven, returns a couple flags, leaving No Practice Dreams. 3 players left, one still on the good spot, which is Sync. Let's have a look and see where the boys to set up. Broken to set up in that B sort of connection point. And they're going to chill out at the moment. They're going to keep looking for these picks. You know, they went really quickly into that midsection and got a couple frags, but Don Mega, they're just going to work their time.
Yeah, that's what they need to do, though. They need to really take their time because they know that QMX have brought up. They're not going to rush them because that's going to be a little bit silly. So we're watching these boys just sort of bait. Are they going to push? Are they not? You can see INS is pretty much the only player from the QMX.
Sync's got all the nades. Sync's got all the nades. He's going to counter flash smoke, cause a rotation. This is what they did in the first round. Empty the side out. Gratification and Innes have both rotated. And nothing's pushing, so they're both going back while Broken and Zonya have worked into checkers, so they're going to secure and hold. The Gratification's there on a crossfire. If they push out, there's going to be a game over, but no need as Alcastar, or I'm saying that Alcar, is going to pick up the 2. Gratification will finish last in the Sync. No Practice, Only Dreams. They did deploy that strat, but I think they've already done it, and the boys from Qlimax were onto that very quickly. Picking up their first round, their Don Mega, the scoreboard 3-1 favour of No Practice, Only Dreams.
Yeah, not a bad little play from QMX. They know the little regions that these boys are going to be in. Once you get that B site, and INS obviously went into that mid to see if they were there. They weren't. You know, are they going to rotate? They've got no chance of rotating, so if they're not at A, obviously they're going to be at B. You're watching Steven fire up through the smoke. There's nobody there. INS is the one that you should be keeping an eye on, firing through the smoke at mid, trying to get the player down in garage. He tags him a little bit, but Benjamite ends up getting away with half health, so not a bad little poke from him when it could have been a lot sillier. Gratification. Oh, jeez, this is going to be a hard name. This is going to be the one hard name in the game that I'm not going to be able to pronounce.
I'm still stuffing the other one up, Don.
What's the other one? Urcast?
Yeah, I keep saying that.
Just think of our cast, but Urcast.
Oh well.
Well, whatever. We've got a minute left, so there's still plenty of time for these T-boys who haven't dropped a player until Benjamite walks into the mid and does get dropped. Sync is going to drop from the glitch spot, and he's going to take out the other player, which was Urcast, pushing up through the mid. So they do have mid control. It does look like they're going to pop a B as they've got well, what are we calling this? What are we calling this again, boys? Through the checkers.
Checkers.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay,
I
so
don't know where you're pointing, Don Mega, but we'll figure it out later. Call it what you know it.
Okay, well, gratisfaction, I should say, is the one doing all the work at B site. As I'm trying to, I'm slipping on my words. Not tunnels, you know that little, you know that little, you know, the place. Guys, come on, you know.
I'm lost, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, I'll take this one, mate. 5 rounds down. Round 6 on this game. We're in the Sound Blaster X Cup, and like you said, it will be finishing on December 13th. So a lot of matches from the boys playing out. So they're looking like doubling 2 matches a week or 3 matches a week. It's a lot of gamage. Well, right now, No Practice, Only Dreams have stuck the hell out of Squeaky and A main. The smokes will go out. This is a pistol by them. 2 with Tech 9s. One's already down. That's Zonya. And the Sync will pick up the ends, so he'll go down. But there is still one in sight, hidden in the smoke, one in the highway. Very smart play, No Practice. They've actually got that bomb down, but the retake is on from Qlimax. It depends how they work in and how they want to do this. Oh, Steven pulls out a jump shot. 1-2, gets nailed at the crossover. And there's still one there. I think he's gone down, so it's broken 1-on-1. He's got the pistol. Alistair will fake out. He knows he's at the box. Pops around the corner. AK shot. Lovely play there as Qlimax retakes. Well, I always like to say with a bit of ease, but that was really difficult for them considering that No Practice Journey Dreams was full deco with the Tech 9s, and they had 4 guns and they lost 4 players. So economy-wise for Qlimax, that's going to be tough. No Practice, Only Dreams, a bit of cash in the bank with their bomb plant there, Don Mega.
Yeah, good for them too. They deserve it. I did Google it, and it's called vents. So that's what I was trying to talk about that entire time.
Oh.
I had to Google it.
Oh my
we
goodness.
we did have
You had to
Stephen.
Google
He
that?
wanted. Yeah, well, I did. I forgot what the name was. Stephen walked past 2 players when he was walking through the smoke, so that was a little bit of a lull from him.
both of the
Turns the corner onto the highway, takes down the first player for this round. It's Stage also goes down to the Cynic over at A, so they know that there's a lot of players over there. Greta Stage has the AWP in his hand, trying to fire around the corner, doesn't make it. Sync's still there. He's looking towards the A main. Will he get him? Your Urcast coming up from the back. He's going down. Alistair hitting the nade. It's not taken too far, his health too far down. He does have 4 players to deal with. Gratisfaction has to come in very hard and very fast here to support this player as he's got the fire in front of him to deal with. However, we are going for a save. Gratisfaction doesn't want to risk this AWP. It's cost too much to get it, so the bomb ticking down very fast. We're not going to be able to do much. We're just cycling through the players now. They are hunting for him, but they're not going to be able to find him because he's sitting at spawn. No one's even very close to him. He'll be able to save very easily. And Alistair, on the 2 health that he had, was able to save the M4. That'll be 4 rounds going to the No Practice Only Dreams boys. They are 1 in front of the QMX boys. So the QMX boys are a little bit, I think it's INS actually, boys, that's a little bit nervous here at this point in time. He's still on the donut.
Yeah, indeed. I had something I was going to say, but I've lost it. So there goes that. I was thinking about Twitch TV. We've actually no one in there, Don Mega. No one wants to watch tonight, but I'm sure a lot of us will download and listen. Look, guys, the dreams have been working. There's a bomb site. There's no tomorrow. Should be a stack from Qlimax, and there is. And there is so many crap off. It's not worth calling. All I know is there's an anal coming from him. He picks up one, picks up the second, finishes off the round. Qlimax secures that, and holy mackerels, that was a bit of carnage. Now I know what I was going to say. That money situation factored. They needed to save the AWP and the M4 because they lost the last round. Well, they didn't lose the last round. They defused, but they lost guns in the last round and in the round before that. And if they're going to lose all guns again, that means that there would have been a double eco and a lot of suffering. Urcast noticeably on a pistol, Broken and Benjamin also on pistols as well. So it's a really weird call in how they're working their gun strats, because you've got a half bias for no prac, and then for Qlimax, obviously Urcast, they can probably sacrifice him a little bit if he just plays a little bit aggressive. Be interesting to see how this round pans out, Omega.
Yeah, it's really annoying when you do have a mixed buy, because you've got Urcast that can't really do anything at the moment, and you've also got Broken and Benjamin that have to sit at the back, which is, I think, what they're going to be doing. So they're sitting at the back, and they have to wait for either a player to drop and try to get the gun, which they're going to be heavily protecting, or they have to sort of go in and sort of suss where everybody is. Urcast, as I say that, Urcast is the first player to get a kill, and he only had the 5.7. He's got a gun in his possession now, I think. No, it's Broken. He didn't even get a gun. He's killed the wrong player. So pistol versus pistol. Broken is the first one that goes down. He was sitting in the corner. Urcast now, he's got a grenade. He's going to pop it up towards, and he's got a second one in the form of Steven. He's going to go and rush and get the. Is he going to be able to do it? Eric Zonia has taken him down. That's a bit unfortunate for Urcast, getting the 2 down with the 5.7, but good work nonetheless. Gratifaction has to deal with Eric Zonia now. He's firing over towards. Now INS is coming around the corner. He knows that Eric Zonia has a bomb. Eric Zonia will go down. There was 3 to deal with in the immediate vicinity buys, and the 4th around the corner. They didn't want to let him get away. They didn't want to let them have a save. I think it's a save going on this T side. So I think they'll drop this round unless they're going to be able to pull something extra magical out of their hat.
Strong play by Qlimax, holding
rush.
very well. Yeah, what are they do have a B rush. They're
strong one too.
Well, it's not fast. It's strong. It's definitely a train. But we'll just head to the front runner. It's Broken. They've got Tech 9's a pistol. The call's been made. So here we go. Alistair's the first one away. He goes 1-2. He will go down, however, as Benjamin tries to go. Inns pushes out of the vent as a crossover comes from the CT spawn. Counter flash is on Zonia. No way is that going to happen. Urcast will come along and clean that up. And I was just saying, before you called that obvious B rush, that Qlimax, they're really strong with their crossfires, and what we're noticing tonight is headshot after headshot after headshot. Even with the pistol, they're backing themselves in. That's what gets teams over the line, and and it's also another interesting fact I'm not seeing in this match, because we're getting into the mid rounds. You're not playing with AWPs. I casted a game a couple nights ago where we had the AWPs orping the crap out of the middle, and it was domination on the mid-cons, but we're not seeing a lot of play coming out of that. As I do say that, Inns and Urcast for the Qlimax, strongholding in the middle section. They're all over like Red Rover, and Alistair will pick up the broken. So another round for no practice, pretty much down the drain, as Zonya will be the last one to clear it up. Don Mega, no practice. After having a real strong start, anti-echo, all the anti-echo rounds, they've only managed to pick one up after Qlimax have picked up 6. Got a couple more rounds to the half. What does that need to do?
Well, there's a couple of stupid pokes that we've just seen them do. I mean, Zonya has 5 players to deal with. He's not going to be able to kill them all by any stretch of the imagination. He should be saving. But what he's doing is he's poking mid and then he's poking over towards B. He did get Alistair, but I mean, what we really should be doing is obviously Steege and somebody else are coming up the rear. So there was 4 players, 5 to deal with. You know, are we going to hide and save? No, we're gonna hunt and risk the weapons. Now we're going into another eco round for no prac only dream. So it's going to be harder again for them, which is you know, this is getting frustrating now. We're buying Tech 9s. We're going to see we're going to see a strong rush towards A here this time. There's 2 players over there towards well, are we going A? No, we're changing over towards B. I don't really think that we have a strong rush in mind here, boys, actually.
No, I honestly think that they need to split pick, or probably the best place is to go the mid-con. Gratification. Oh, now you got me saying his name wrong. He will hold that as he goes in. Sync will go down. Broken will get the return frag. Goalie, and they will start to push out of B. Oh, and a master from Urcast nails the hell out of Checkers as the drop comes from Van. Turn around, take up Steven. Make it a 3 down. He might look for the 4th. Zonya, the last one left with the AK, so not too bad for him. He's got 3 fraggers to try and get Steege with another tight line out of the mid-con. Says good night, Zonya. Take that one, and we will go for that as we see a quick fight from Steven and the rest of the boys at match pause. So this might be a strategic pause here. I think Alistair's lagging big time, so I think no practice only dreams. Need to talk this out, see where they want to do. Obviously that last round, the communication of where they were going, it was delayed, and also they were just going all over the place. So I think they're a bit rattled at the moment. Qlimax really, really strong on the CT side.
Yeah, see, Qlimax aren't the sort to do silly things. You know, these boys have played together for a while. You can see all of their profiles in Steam if you want to look them up later at your own leisure. You can see how many LANs that they've won together, how many LANs that they've played, how many years they've played together. So they're a really strong team in terms of team unity and where they need to go. And they're not a type of team that'll hunt for you or push for you stupidly. They're a type of team that'll sit and wait for you to come to them because they know that you have to. And if no prac only dreams want to win this, they need to win a couple more rounds on this T side to be comfortable. But Qlimax is still going to be very, very hard in their pushes, and that's something that we have to realise as well. Qlimax, I mean, they're sitting back now, but when they swap T side, they're going to be very hard and fast. So we need to, I think we all really need to remember that. Just running through the scores, we had the INS on the donut before on the 4th round, I think it was, and now he has 8 kills, 8 frags, so he's entered the game very, very nicely. The top fragger is, of course, Urcast, and that helped. I mean, the last round where he got 3 down obviously helped that situation.
It did, as we go live back into the match. Round 13, a couple more before the half's out, and no practice stream. If they really want to get an advantage in this match, they need to pick this last 2 up. But the difference is they need to do it by taking entry frags and not just storming in. Urcast. Jeez, he pushes the vent and gets a frag as they push A main. An off shot. There's the first op for the match. That is gratification. He'll get one, and I said his name wrong, and he'll get a second as well. Holy mackerel. Qlimax, just too dominant at the moment, and I'm sweating it out in the man cave, absolutely losing myself to Mega, and yeah, no practice, only dreams. A lot to do. It's gonna be very hard for them.
Yeah, you can see the way that the Qlimax take down. I mean, they're very concise with where they're looking. They don't let you have an edge in unless you're very. I mean, what are we watching here? So we've got 2 on the boost. Stige and INS are both players on the boost, so they don't go the same place every time, but they do still watch those corners and watch those entries to make sure that they don't get entry fragged. You can see Stige now looking up towards there. You can see Broken. He's the lurker in the mid, watching for that anal. You've got Urcast sitting in his little spot in checkers. He's going to be... Oh,
that's...
They haven't seen him. Is that what you're looking at?
He got flashed out. He was sitting in the box, just hiding, got flashed out, and he's flashed all of them. A lovely flash. He hasn't got the frag, but gratification will pick up one. They push the corner.
Ooh.
Bane goes to headshot. The molly's out as well. Bombs dropped. Oh my gollies. That is some massive fragging at that B connection point. And no, the NPOD, Broken, is the last one left. And he has a pistol in hand. Don Mega, this is no good for him. He's got to retrieve that bond. Inns is watching the vent. Gratification and Alistair all sitting there watching. Look at that. And the flash will go. He'll go 1. He'll go to 2nd. Oh, he doesn't. In comes Inns. He wasn't flashed out in the checkers point. That round will go down.
They lined up. I thought for a sec, you know, Byza, you know, like they lined up. I thought we were going to have a pump, but no, never mind.
Before we're going to have a big moment, but it didn't happen. And no practice, only dreams. Struggling once again. A pause has been called by Gratification. Gratisfaction?
You're welcome.
Gratification. Oh, you'll love me for it. Gratisfaction, you beauty. He's called it, but no one's responding to it.
Yeah.
And last round, Don Mega, you may have to take this, mate. I'll keep fouling on my behalf.
Yeah, so no Prac Only Dreams. They obviously wanted a couple more rounds in this. Gratisfaction has already got the Cynic as we push through. We're actually Broken at the moment. He's got a lot of players to deal with on that highway, and there's not too many players close to him. INS is one of the players on the highway that he was looking at. He's still kind of wondering who's going to be pushing him at mains. This is probably the furthest we've ever seen him push up. He won't push through that smoke though. He just kind of sits there and watches that entry point because he knows that they are there somewhere. Stige, if you look where he is, because they bloody aren't. That Steven and Benji might have both gone down. Now he's got the pistol out and he's got the Zonia as well. That's a 3 down from him. Very nice. I didn't check the glitch spot, and he's been there a couple of times. Byza, if you remember 2 rounds ago, he was up there again with INS, and they didn't go A. Unfortunately for him, they didn't go A. But now he's got the 3 down from just simple things like not checking in corners, popping a couple of left and rights as you walk in a door. That's just basic stuff, innit?
Yeah, it is. What I've been seeing the last couple of matches, I can tell you now, this map's played like Dust 2 these days. A lot of players are playing it. That glitch spot is a perfect place to get people, because a lot of people don't really check it out and don't understand to look there all the time. And so if you can sit up there without them noticing you, considering that they work the side all the time, it's smart play. And it has clearly got them an easy round there. Qlimax dominating CT side. And from what I've been seeing over the past month and a half with this Cybergamer, the Blaster Cup, the Open League, you know, Cage is a T-sided map to all the players. Like terrorists are picking up 6 to 8 rounds in the halves. CTs are struggling. So you look at this, Qlimax are 11-4 at the moment in favour. No practice, only dreams. Got the anti-ecos, but that is about it. And they're suffering dearly right now because their CT side, less momentum.
You've got to also remember too that No Prac Only Dreams are number 28 on this ladder. They've been able to challenge number 2. So because the ladder's on fast mode, you can challenge 100 above you. So that means that, you know, teams that are 100 down can challenge you and they can try to get the points. I mean, they won't win because Qlimax are a very, very good team. You can't forget that No Prac Only Dreams you know, they're not on the same wavelength, if you ask me.
Oh, well, you could be 28, you could be 2. The team could have the same, or someone could be 100 and have a really good shots. It's just where you're at the moment, considering the game's amount. As we head into the opening pistol round of the second half, Don Mega, we'll touch on that in a second. They jump out into the B bomb site through the vent. It looks like Steven goes 1-2 bangs, and the sync will pop through the vent on the anal and push that out. Alistair will go down. So there's a round, no practice needed. And touching back onto the ladder, right now it's not stable in terms of having players from the first one to the top 50. Any one of those teams can really.
I think they want the teams to churn and move around. You know, that's why you've got open teams with amateur teams, and even CGP teams can enter this ladder. But look at how different the CTs are now that No Practice Only Dreams are on there, because they move around. They're so dynamic. They move around the map so much more than Qlimax did when they were on that side.
Yeah, you're right. They're a lot. It's what's needed, but they also need to make sure they get these opening picks. As Inns opens the squeaky door, there's no one in the line. He's trying to 1B the highway, and he'll miss out. They're trying to 1B him as well. It's interesting to see where Zonya is. I keep thinking it's a she. He will flash and smoke out. There is a counter flash from the A main. Looks like the Qlimax Crew. I thought about the push, because that was, maybe it was just a counter just to hold them back a little bit. But the notice thing for No Practice Only Dreams is they have not moved players. There's still guys at B. They're still sinking the mid-con. They're really going to hold our own here. Don.
Yeah, so this is something that No Practice Only Dreams are doing quite well. They're not sort of fretting that they know that Qlimax are doing a slow A push, because they know that they have the players there to back them up. They're closing those doors so we can't get a sight of him. Benjamite is the only player at B now. He's got a player sitting in CT that's going to start rotating. Stephen behind the big red box. He's got one, he's got two, he's got three. Excellent positioning from Stephen. And he got the player over towards the forklift. I mean, that just waiting and watching, he knew that they were coming out of squeaky, because that door opened like 3 or 4 goddamn times, and then the players in A main were sitting there and popping smoke, and then they wouldn't rush in, and then they were going for picks for some reason, and they weren't rushing in, and then, you know, he just had all the time in the world to get ready for it, and it paid off dividends so much. And you're watching now is one of these strong pushes that we just saw. This is what we just saw from No Practice Only Dreams, wasn't it?
We did. So it's an exact same strat as they work into that bomb site. Here we go, the frags are on. Broken will pick the first as the Outcast and Gratification will get the return. So it's some good fragging from a pistol point of view. 3 on 3 left. That bomb's still not planted. It's getting worked into sight. They might actually push the bomb through the connector. Nope. Grat's going to get noticed off the top of heaven. And there goes Zonya picking the frag. Steven pushing the backside. Last one is Stige, and he's left in checkers, and he'll get pushed from all corners. Pincer maneuvered out. No Practice Only Dreams picking up another round. I believe that's all the eco rounds over.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting round. This is going to be a round different to what we've seen before, because No Practice Only
Steven
Dreams
with
now
AWP.
yeah, well, sync with an AWP now, so we haven't seen an AWP except for Gratification in one round. So he's gone mid. He's got smoked out right away, and it's become almost useless for him to buy it, because he can only watch one area, because all the smoke, if they were going to push him, now is the time. INS has already gone down. Gratification has got the 1 and got the 2. Very nice work from him. He's going for the 3rd, pushing up through that fire. He hasn't been able to get it. Alistair is the one behind him, and he will pop the flash over the top. There's 2v3 situation going on at the moment. It looks like a very strong B push. Zonia has to get over there quick, smart, and in a hurry, because Broken is in a hell of a lot of trouble if he doesn't get his act together and pull his bloody socks up. Broken goes for the Alistair. He's turned around the corner, doing a couple of the left and right. Urquhart pushing at the right time, right place. Now it's up to him to hold down the site so Stige can get the bomb down. Does he have the bomb? No, it's in the hands of Urquhart. So Zonia will be wanting to stop the bomb getting planted. Hits the wrong player and takes down Stige. 1v1 situation, all up to Zonia now to protect it from Urquhart. To get down Urquhart. Zonia having a little bit of fire, trying to get that headshot. He's not going to randomly spray and try to waste ammo. Now Urquhart's very nice, hiding behind this box, knows exactly where it's going to be coming from. Zonia is going for the bomb before getting the player. The classic wrong thing to do, and he will go down. 9
bullets left in his gun. There was 9 bullets left in his gun before he needs to reload in the pistol, so he had to not spray or work it. Oh man, very smart play. He worked around the box. Qlimax, lovely work. It was really good.
Very impressive from both of these teams at the moment. We've got a 12-7 situation. Feels like a lot closer though, guys. It just, you know, it feels like we've got a game on our hands.
Yeah, well, all the anti-eco rounds went to No Practice Only Dreams, but if you look at Qlimax and the way they worked the mid-con strat, they smoked it out beautifully, holding that first buy-up AWP from No Prac and that's put them on the back foot, and they had to eco out now. So they're not doing too well this round. Broken's pretty much down. That is the round over.
Oh, yeah.
So Qlimax was pretty much a shoe-in from that point of view. Now No Pack will have an AWP. I think Sync will go back it. But it'll be interesting to... Yep, they're buying, but they're not going to have an AWP.
Oh, they're
going to have a scout.
Yeah.
They're going to have a scout. Okay, so Sync will work a scout scenario, and if Qlimax are smart, they'll work that mid-con again because it's a really smart play by smoking it. They have set an early smoke into the B bomb site. Benjamin's just holding the checkers underneath vent, and the shot comes from Sync. I think he's just going into free airs. Alistair sit in the back. Stephen will get onto the Grat. It'll go down. I believe that was in... Where was that? Stephen, that was in their bomb site. He's down. So Inns is sitting in that squeaky door, and the boys are boosting the glitch spot. And oh, there goes a nade. Here comes another from Sync. This might pick him up.
Oh, one health. Bloody hell, I actually jumped.
Oh, I wasn't sitting on Alistair, but I knew he was sitting on that box. As soon as Sync, I was sitting with Sync. As soon as he threw that HE, I was like, oh, there you go, mate. That's going to hurt big time. So Urcast is sitting in that mid-con. It's been opened up, so Sync's not actually there holding it, so they can work it. Stage is going to come around. Ends is going to go. So this is going to be the frag. It's going to be the call. Urcast is going to go that vent and drop. He's going to work into B. So Broken and Benji are going to be waiting for him. So this might be a real tough situation if they don't work it right. Urcast will get the frag, so that's one less rotation from Sync already. CT spawn, he's been smoked out, so he can't do anything with the scouts on Mega. He can't at all. Ends pushes the site, gets Benjamin and will clear it out. Sync is forced with the scout to hold off. Here comes the retake. Zonia goes 1-2 in the vent. He knows it's a third.
Oh!
Cast. Oh, massively on the sidewall. Bang, bang, bang. The bomb is planted. There's only one left. That's Inns. He's trapped and pincered in the corner. Sync will scout the hell out of him. Wow, what a round. I wasn't expecting that to work out how it did. The early frags from both sides. Qlimax then doing the rotation into B. No Prac holding their own accord. Very tight lines and just holding off in their net. Holding off and retaking, in the end there. That's really good. And this match is getting close up. They need to pick up a couple more rounds.
Are you lagging, Eric? Because that could work out better for you with the pokes from the vents, from the left and rights, and picking up the three. That was actually a brilliant play, I have to say. But
it's really tight.
But they have to deal with Stage too. I think people forget that he's sitting at B. He's got a couple of kills from the rotators, just trying to move around this map and go behind everybody, but they're not able to because Stage is sitting in that toxic area, and he's there once again firing up through the smoke. So they have to deal with him, and they can't even move around the map freely because that's pushing them into mid, and of course they have a player there as well. Qlimax really are quite locking the map down. You can see Alistair in the mid. He's going to get the reply on Stephen. He knows that there's another player there being flashed, firing over towards him. Can he get him to Sync there? He's got another player to deal with in the vent, so I'm not sure whether he saw him or not, but we all know he's there. Stage now is being called to push up and see if he can make any pressure on this B site happen, so he's moving out of toxic gratification, is getting Benjamin. This shot. Is all happening at mid here as Alistair, is he going to pop down or is he just going to wait for this player to come out of there? Gratification is the one that's picking up the bomb. Sync's gone down. He's moving up through the smoke. He doesn't realise that Alistair's still up there, and he's going down as well. Zonia and Broken are now the two only players that are able to protect these bomb sites. Zonia moving into the mid. All the players are going on to B. Broken now calling that for Zonia, for Eric. Saying that you need to help me. I have just gone down to all three of them moving onto this bomb site, and Byza, they're all on the bomb site too. I mean,
nah, he's not. Sorry, Don, you go.
I mean, well, it still looks like he's looking for exit frags for me. Like, if he gets a couple of easy frags here, he's moving away from it. Don't worry about it.
Look, I made that call early because if you have a look at the players' situation with monies, they're sweet FA on no practice only dreams. They've got no money to buy. So next round is a flat eco. Qlimax as well will be on a tight buy as well after that. Well, no, they won't. They'll have enough money to fully buy as they pick up the round the bomb or blow. Noticing to just shout out, we got two players. That is Gratification and Urcast, both on the 20 bombs already. No practice, only dreams. Suffering a little bit, but at least they're carrying in the mids, the mid-teens. The only one in Benji Mike just sitting on the hard 6. He's the lone soul on the single digit. He needs to have a bit of a better game if they're going to pull anything out here. There's 2 rounds Qlimax need to get to secure this game. They're in a real strong position. The boys from No Pack Only Dreams are going to follow Zonya, and they're going to work the hell out of the A site. They're working A main right now. But the boys in Qlimax have already worked out the mid-con. Urcast is going back for the bomb. They will pick up ins as he was sitting at the squeaky back section. I don't even know what that's called. I'll figure it out later. Urcast and Alistair team up. Urcast actually gets it himself. He picks up 2 players. So No Pack Only Dreams suffering a little bit. An op shot coming from the middle will take another one out. So this will be a pretty key round down. The last one Sink, he's got an AK. But he's probably not going to get anything here, Don Mega.
Yeah, it's going to be a really... I mean, No Pack Only Dreams went for a hard push, and they didn't realise how locked down this mid actually was. There was 3 players there, and each one of them was watching at a different area, and they got absolutely smashed in the head as soon as they poked around the corner. So you can't really do anything with that. Now you've got a full buy-up from Outcast once again. You've got very little money. You can see the Famis, and the Sink hasn't even bought anything yet. He's going to go for the M4. So
can I point out with that push, Don? If they pushed and actually boost glitch spot, they would have had 3 frags for straight away.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard for them to sort of work out on the fly where these players are and where the best place is to poke them from. But we are watching now for a hard A push. The bombs there. All the players there. Broken is looking. Urcast has got the 2. Broken looking from the old dude. He's going to go for the 1. He's going to go for the 2. He's got replied on from gratification. He was the last player that they had to deal with, and now the GGs have gone out 26 and 25 for these top fraggers from Qlimax Crew. Urcast, Alistair with the 13. They are all the players. It's already gone from us
quickly.
Yeah, it seemed like No Pack Only Dreams sort of saw the writing on the wall, and as soon as that went down, match point. Really, everyone was just out of there. No one sort of like everyone says the GGs and stuff, but everyone was out of there so quick.
Yeah, that's generally what happens. They just out the door and whatnot. But yeah, looking at the team tonight, No Practice Only Dreams. You know, wherever you have this spot and where they are, they actually had some good shots. They had a couple good strats. But it's just working that team play out together. They need to work a little bit more better. Good to note on the T side is they had good, strong crossfires. But when the quick pushes come from Qlimax, they're compromised quite often and not so few times. So there's a little bit more there to work on. When you come up against the quality side in terms of Qlimax, like you were saying earlier before, there's a reason why they're number 2. You know, you really got to do your homework on them. You got to see how they play and what they do. And you know, obviously the team's been together for a very long time, so you know you got to make sure you're playing it out the right spot. You got the right fraggers in the right position. There's a lot more to it. If you want to become a really good team, you need to do your homework, and that's what these boys need to do. Qlimax too good in the end. Strong fragging points. They headshotted quite a few often. If you look at the statistics, if they do come up on that, I think they come up on the ECEA. They got the headshot kills and stuff like that. I wish Cybergamer had it, but if that was a typical ESEA game, you would have seen a lot of headshot ratio for the boys at Qlimax. So that's what they did well tonight, and that was really awesome, mate. We're gonna have to pick a MVP.
Well, hang on. Let me just read out some of the differences in the players between Qlimax and No Pack Only Dreams. So Alistair from the Qlimax Crew, you know, first, second, third from Landslide and Respawn. Then you've got Gratification, which is first and second from the Fire Up Lands and stuff like that. So you do have like a lot of these boys playing together for a very long time. Gosh, an MVP though, I don't know. Qlimax was so even in the way that they sort of approached the game. You could definitely see that there's no player on that team that frags consistently at the top every game. Like you just get the feeling that it's so spread out. I don't know. Honestly, for me, it's very even.
Yeah, look, I would say it's very even, but if I had to pick one, it would be Urquhart. A very strong hold at the B bomb site. Retakes was also strong, and especially when he fragged out as well. He went in and took a 3 down. I think it was a 4 down at one stage as well. So he is my MVP. If you want to put that on, go for it, mate. But yeah, he's definitely a standout player that did very well for his team tonight.
All right, well, we are going to leave it there. Thank you for everyone watching, and for everyone that will watch. Gamestar Media is where you find us on YouTube, also on Twitch TV at Gamestar TV1, Gamestar TV2. We're on Facebook at Gamestar. We're on Twitch at Gamestar, at Don Mega with 3 A's, and at Byza 1989. Get some. This is it from Don Mega and Byza. Thank you for watching Gamestar TV.